Hello everyone, this is Liz Whiteman with the Reunion Committee, and because we didn't really have much of a showing for our first Reunion Committee meeting, I'm going to run through really quick all the stuff I was going to talk about so that you guys are in the loop and you can give me feedback because it's everybody's reunion and I want to make sure that I get, as much feedback as possible to create something that everyone's going to enjoy. So just to quickly start here, of course, obviously, we need to track down the rest of our alumni. We have about 148 on our Facebook page, but we still have 100 that we need to find. I picked up some follow-up cards that we filled out our senior year, and we're going to use that to try and track down the remaining 100. Mike Potter has generously donated his time to help us find them. If tracking down 100 people does seem like a big task, so if it's too much, I might ask for volunteers to split up and find people. That would be greatly appreciated. But of course, I'm going to give Mike some time to see and how much time it's going to take. So thank you, Mike, for that. I'm thinking that possibly we should just do evites and word of mouth rather than spending the money in, snail mail invitations and the money to do that. So maybe we just need their email address, their phone number, and that will be enough. So next, I had about 80 people fill out the survey that I sent out, which I think is a good considerable amount of people. I'm excited about that. I think it gives us a good gauge on what people are willing to spend and what kind of event they want. So here are the results. Spring and summer were heavily favored. Due to the fact that this is such a great spot for weddings and prices and stuff like that, I'm trying to go for spring rather than summer because summer is just more expensive. Hotels are more expensive, and so I'm trying to be as price conscious as possible for everybody. And initially I had asked about like a formal dinner dance, and that was probably about half of you said you would go to that, but the happy hour mixer and the outdoor activity were heavily favored. So what I'm going to try and do is I'll talk about it in a little bit, but kind of merge the idea of a formal dinner dance and a happy hour mixer into somewhere in the middle. As far as locations, downtown and Carolina Beach were favored. Wrightsville Beach didn't really get many people that wanted to go there. And $50 per person was comfortable for more than half of you. So, and then kind of trickled down the remaining 50%, half said, or like in thirds. A third said 25 a person, a third said 75, and a third said 100 per person. So I'm going to try and keep it in the $50 per person range. And again, that survey is still available on our Facebook page. If you want to take it, please do, or just write to me personally or on the page. On Monday at 10 a.m., I have a meeting with the principal at Ashley High School. Someone recommended to Mrs. Stout that I meet with them because it's our first reunion. They kind of want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I'm going to work with them. I know I need to figure out how a bank account should go. I know that I'm going to have to start taking money so we can make deposits, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. If I need to make a bank account with the school, I'll do that. So I'm meeting with them 10 a.m. At Ashley High School if anybody wants to go. And of course, I'll share what happens with that meeting afterwards too. And I want to get some electronic images so I can maybe get some gifts together or signs, stuff like that. So here's what I'm going to bring to them. Fundraising opportunities. I would love for them to sponsor us for a 50-50 raffle. I think that would be awesome. Don't really know what other fundraising activities would be good that would generate enough funds. So going to kind of get their ideas from that too. Now, basically what I've done is I've done a lot of research on venues and catering and linens and rentals and all that, and basically I've put together a weekend that we could comfortably do at $50 per person. Friday night, since the happy hour was so popular, Sarah Tyner's husband, or I should say Sarah Tyner Dunlap's husband, Chuck Dunlap, he is the bar manager at Tangerines, and he has graciously donated the entire bar area to us. So all the reunion would have to pay for is food and drink. So what I'm thinking is light hors d'oeuvres. Let's make this kind of a thrifty but casual thing, and we can get a keg. We can do I would love to be able to pay for some of the alcohol, or the reunion, we would like to be able to pay for some of the alcohol, but if not, it would just be a cash bar then. But this is no room rental fee. This is not a big, it's a very casual thing, so I think it would be nice to have. Saturday night. So like I said before, people, I think, were a little scared of the idea of a formal. So maybe we need to go for like casual, semi-formal, not ties and coats and all that, but kind of merge the two ideas together. And so what I want to do instead of a formal sit-down dinner is heavy hors d'oeuvres, so that, you still get full, but it's still more casual. And I still want to be able to cover a considerable amount of the bar tab. I know you guys, some of you are going to have to pay for hotels and stuff, so let's try and make this like as accommodating as possible on everybody's wallets. And then the rest of the money would go to DJ, photographer, decorations, all that kind of fun stuff. So what I would love to do is to do it at the Carolina Beach Marriott. I've struck up a relationship with Brittany Drake, the event coordinator. She's awesome. She's willing to work with us on price, menu, everything. So basically, it's an all-in-one bundle. We get the entire ballroom that's sectioned into thirds. We get the entire thing. We would have an outdoor area for a patio area would be available to us. And of course, obviously, the convenience of having a hotel on site. You don't have to get in your car and drive home. You've got the hotel rooms right upstairs. Also, there's a minimal setup and tear down required, which is awesome because it's not as many volunteers we need. So basically, I can get all of the decorations together, hand it over to them, and they will set it up for us. And of course, they will take care of all the cleaning, which I love. So after the reunion, we're done. We can just continue to have a good time and let them clean up for us. There's no room fee. She's completely waived that for us. And all we have to do is food and beverage minimum. So basically how it works is if we choose $3,500 as a food and beverage minimum, then we choose the food, and then anything that's remaining can go towards the beverages. And then after we meet that amount, then it turns into a cash bar. And like I said, also we have the full ballroom, outdoor patio area right by the pool. It's on the water, and then as far as rooms go, she's giving us $109 per night for the 2 queen or 1 king, or suites that sleep 6 and have a pull-out sofa for $139 a night. And all rooms are oceanfront. Well, I personally think the sleep 6 idea is perfect if you want to get a group together and share. That would make it much more cost efficient. So I've fallen in love with the CV Marriott. I really hope you guys will like that too, because it is a lot cheaper to do that than to pay for a venue downtown, caterer, and linens and tables are all up to us with a lot of these venues downtown. I've called a lot, and I'm just really, we could have a much better reunion, or like have more events and more funds available to us if we do this all-in-one package. Sunday, I wanted to do like a family-friendly event. We can bring the kids and stuff, so bounced a few ideas off of people, and what's coming back as the most popular is to go to a park. So Veterans Park or Hugh McRae are the two that I'm narrowing it down to. Both are very cheap. Hugh McRae holds more people, but Veterans Park, I kind of want to do it there because it's at the school. I'm waiting on confirmation that we could maybe set up additional tents for Veterans Park so that we can accommodate more people. Just want to make sure that that's allowed. Proposed time, we could do 10 to 2, 11 to 3. That way people can still get on the road and go home. If they have to leave, 4-hour drive home or so, they could leave at 3 and then have, a decent amount of time. Not sure about food. I was toying with the idea of maybe a potluck, but I don't want out-of-town guests to have to worry about cooking or picking up food. So I'm looking to maybe do like a catered event, just barbecue, something simple, very casual. If you have any other ideas for the Sunday event, just let me know. Or of any of these events, obviously. Proposed date. Put a lot of time into the date. Basically because spring and summer were preferred. I wanted to get where the weather's is still good, but yet it's not as expensive as in the summertime because of weddings. So March 29th through the 31st, the last weekend in March. That is available at the Marriott right now. I think it would be a really good time that was, it just kind of everything like aligns perfectly for March 29th to 31st based on the survey and pricing and the weather. So I know I want to get the date out there as soon as possible so we can book the venue, and because I know all of you have your own things going on, so you probably want to know the date too. So that's the proposed date. If I get the go-ahead from the principal to set up a bank account and all that, I want to confirm this date, start, set up a PayPal account, and so that we can book the CV Marriott. We basically have to pay half of the food and beverage minimum to book the date there if we choose there. So these are just a lot of loose ends that really are not super high priority right now, but are down the road. We'll need to address decorating ideas, additional vendors like DJ and photographer and stuff. Rachel Cooper's cousin actually gave us an amazing rate for 4 hours. He's a DJ for 4 hours, lights, and a full library of music. So I'm heavily leaning towards him. The way we go about the invites, do we want to do evites or mail? And any volunteers that would like to help the weekend of, and also people to work the table, like the registration table at the Saturday event. We need somebody to just kind of hand out name tags and stuff like that. And I don't know if maybe we should ask a parent volunteer, or I know Mrs. Stout suggested she would love to do it, or maybe we want to go for like one of our younger siblings that would like to be there, or possibly I could work with, I know Asia Bramlett from Hoggard was the senior class president at Hoggard. Maybe I could work with Asia and say, hey Asia, I'll do it for you if you do it for us. I just don't want any of the alumni to have to work the table at their own reunion. So if you know of anybody that would be good for that, I would really appreciate it. And I know we want to do a memorial display for RJ Novello and Priscilla, I can't remember her last name right now. I'm really sorry. I want to say it's Owen, but I want to do something like that. Maybe if you have pictures or would like to say something or do anything you have that we could do a memorial for alumni that have passed on, I would love to get something together for that. Give some promotional items. Here I'm mainly thinking about stuff like koozies or t-shirts, or I was thinking maybe even make custom wine labels and do wine bottles, stuff like that. That's down the road. I would love to do it if the money was there, or if you guys would be interested in buying those too. I also want to look into golf packages for maybe if anybody wants to go for a round of golf on Saturday before the evening event. I think that would be kind of a cool little thing. Maybe do Beau Rivage or Echo Farms, or look into I don't want stuff to go out to Brunswick County, but maybe try and find a good rate there. And somebody suggested from Hoggard to do a combined reunion. I've gotten some feedback from people that they don't really like the idea of a combined reunion because we had quite a few people come from New Hanover, not just Hoggard, but from New Hanover as well. So maybe I was thinking, like, if you guys are interested in that, maybe we could do a mixer. Maybe that Friday night thing could be combined. But again, I'd have to get with Asia and see when she wants to do their reunion, or we need to find out who's the president at New Hanover. And just kind of wanted to get your feedback on that one, especially because it's not just, it involves other schools too. So I think that is everything. Please give me your feedback. I'd love to hear it. This is, I'm gathering all this stuff just from survey stuff, my own research, and talking to you guys. So anything else you have would be great. You can email Emma. We set up a Gmail account for this reunion, and I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to give me a call or reach out on Facebook or email me. Thanks, guys.